Good morning. It's a travel day. I never look my best on travel days, so forgive the way I look. I'm going to show you a little bit about the Harvest Host that we stayed at last night. We're in Abercrombie, North Dakota. It took me a second to remember. I almost said Fargo. But we're in Abercrombie, North Dakota, and I'm going to show you where we are. Well, this is where we are. I'm assuming it is pronounced Aber Park. But we had a little difficulty finding where you come in, so I'm going to show you right now how to come in. To park for camping, that is. Right here, you see these two pavilions, you'll come through right there. Then as you drive through, the road splits, it's one way that way. So I'll walk around that way and show you our campsite and how it works. There's actually one campsite that you can get hookups. You can have electric 50 amp and water. We didn't even utilize the water. We were here 2 nights. You can barely see this, but it is a state park. There's a fort over there called Fort Abercrombie. And I'll kind of show it. It's off in the distance, not too far. We did not go there. Where I was showing you the one way, it comes around right here. And you will drive around right here, past this, and then a neat building, little log cabin. But you pass that, and I'm getting bit by another fly. Right now, the flies are terrible. Anyway, you come right here, past this pavilion, and there we are. So if you want hookups, if you're paying for hookups, you come around here, and the museum is right there. And you can pull up right there. The electric hookup's right there. If you want water, I'll show that in a minute. But we didn't even use it. We already had a full tank. We did it on purpose because we were going to be facing some really strong winds. And we wanted as much weight as possible. Kurt's pulling the slides in and getting the car ready right now. I get the difficult task of coming out and doing some video. So don't feel sorry for me. Ha ha. All right, I'm going to show you where you can get the water. And he said that you could use the hose that's there, and it's okay if cars run over it. It may change when you get here, but, you know, that's what he told us. Right past this tree that smells really good, but is covered with flies underneath it in the shade. Look at the lavender, how pretty. But there's a hose there you could use if you wanted to hook up water. We went in the museum the other day, and it's open, I think, from 8 to 4, 8 to 5, something like that. I think it depends on when the gentleman comes over and locks it. So it says 4, but he came over the other day and met us at 5. He also told me that I could do some video in there, and I'm going to head in and do some quick video. This is so funny. Being from the South, seeing something like that just kind of is funny to me. But I'm going to breeze through here and show a few of the highlights. I was telling Kurt this morning that we've never really seen anything like this before. Well, I take that back, because we had said, you know, we saw it in the Smithsonian. But the funny thing about the Smithsonian is that because it's in Washington, D.C., you kind of get disengaged from it. It's really neat to see. But everything in this museum has been donated by people in the nearby area, which means that there is a big connection to this place. First thing that caught my attention was the coats. And then, of course, these things. I said if I could go back in time, I would love to be able to go back in time and be invisible and just stand there and watch these things in operation, just to see what they were like. They have some things like these around. These were found This was found on Wild Rice River, which is not too far from where we're staying right now. But you can see how large that actually is. They have tools, toys, all of these things that have a connection to this area. It feels a lot more personal. To me, it does, than going to see it like in the Smithsonian and places like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Smithsonian, especially the American History Museum. But things like this, you know that somebody in this area touched it, used it, and their family is still here. We are here near the time that the Teddy Roosevelt Library is open, and we've been seeing a lot of things on the news. I knew he was prominent here, but I did not know how prominent he was in this area and his life. I mean, he came to the area when his wife and mother died just to grieve and help to get over it. I guess he never got over it, but he came here, to help him mourn, I think. Uniforms from the World Wars, from people that lived around here. So here again, there's a connection to this area. It's not just some random uniform. Another one of the more fascinating artifacts that we see in here, there's a buffalo robe. I laugh because I said it kind of looks like Chip's fur. And dog hair coat. There's a lot of Norwegian influence around here. A lot of people from Norway settled. And so this one is a dog hair coat brought from Norway. I'll get a better view of that in a minute. There's still a glare, but you can kind of see it. And there's a raccoon skin coat and another buffalo coat and mittens. This is like a case of family Bibles. And some Christmas decorations over there. You see, like I said, there's a lot about Roosevelt around this area of the country. But it's just amazing to me all of the things that are sitting around here that are authentic. So neat. So the Abercrombie High School, what did I say? 14 people graduated in 1935. So if you're ever in this area, stop in here. It is so neat. Now back to the Harvest Host information. We stayed here for 2 nights and they charge $25 a night for hookups, which for something like this I don't mind because it's still less than a campground and we were the only ones here. It was very quiet, small town, very nice. I would recommend this one again, and if we're ever in this area, I'd like to stay here again. So we are off today on our way to South Dakota. So I guess we'll see you in South Dakota. Bye.